situated here, coming on our show, having an interaction with us. So yesterday, our morning show, the main morning show host, made a comment alleging that he believed the chairman is the one behind everything, and he must step up as a chairman and then make sure the whole issue is resolved. That was it. So it was posted on TikTok, that comment. And then today we were just there. Actually, I was the one who hosted the show today. I sat in as the host today. And then we closed around 10 a.m. So on our way down, so the main host and the producer stepped down before I did. All that we saw was regional chairman, Richard Aidoo, together with the MC and the MC's personal bodyguard, which is Baba, and the others, other body-built men, heading towards the premises. So they first met the producer and the main host, questioned them with when they tried to tell their side of everything, they were very furious. So they tried to hit the host. The producer held regional chairman's hand, preventing him from hitting the host. And that was it. They tried to climb upstairs to the premises, to the main studios. And we didn't know what he was about, they were going to do.
Don't know their intentions of coming there.
So the morning show producer tried to follow them and ask them what they were. So, and that he tried to call the management of the station to tell them the situation, because at that time no one was around, it was just the staff. And they said he's taking a video footage of them. And we would say, if indeed you are doing something which is lawful, must you be angry if someone tries to take
were they able to enter the studio, the premises?
They did. So when they realized the producer was trying to make a call, they attacked him, tear off the shirt.
Who is this producer? What's the name of the
producer? Tear off the shirt, and then according to the producer, he was slapped. And that one I wasn't there, but that was it. So they proceeded to the reception, to the waiting room, and then to the main studios.
Okay.
At that time, since we are done with the morning show, it was just a musical interlude. They were playing music with the mid-morning about to start, and then they just turned everything off by themselves. They turned everything off, including the console, everything, switch it off.
Okay.
And then,
but did they cause any distraction at the studio?
With the studio, they just went there, turned everything off, and then ordered the workers, everyone, both those at upstairs and then downstairs, to vacate the place with their intentions of locking the place until police intervention. They are not opening the place for us to work. So they told the DJ on duty at that time to lock it. He refused to lock it. So they took the key themselves and locked the whole place.
Where did they get the key from?
It was with the DJ at that time.
Is the place not automated?
The gate, the main gate. At that time, it was switched off because we were having one or two challenges. It was switched off. Okay. So they locked the main studios, and then the main entrance gate to the offices, they locked it. And even upstairs where our transmitter is, they went there, took the keys, and demanded the keys. With the refusal, if you refuse, they will attack you. So with how the attacks were well-built men and how they were very furious, everyone was terrified. So the keys were given out to them. They locked the whole place, and then they drove away with the keys. With the regional chairman claiming he is going with the keys to Cape Coast. So with the intervention of the police chased them and then took the keys back. And then all this, the MC for Utusenya, which is Setsa Banini, was the one who led them to this particular location. The same MCs, we've been airing promotional stories for him. Me personally, I've been covering several programs for the MC, and I'm very surprised. The MC have been there covering your stories, promoting you. Because we will criticize you, you will lead attacks. Come here and attack us. This is unacceptable, and we are calling for full investigation into the matter. We have CCTV footages, and very soon we will release the footages for the whole worldwide to see what actually happened. And everyone will see that this is not just mere allegations. They attacked the media station and including everyone, and our freedom and our safety is at stake. And we call on the president to intervene in this. We cannot accept this.
We were told that he made a comment that this building is on a government line, therefore he will make sure that this place is pulled down. Did you also hear?
I heard it crystal clear in front of me. I was there, the MC was there, and even the MC started that comment that, are we aware that the building in which we are operating has issues? And with that, the regional chairman commented on it, saying that if that is so, they will make sure the whole building is being brought down. And this is a clear witch hunting. And we do not know why they are doing that, but we know that they have that perception that the media station is affiliated with the MPP. With whatever they believe, we believe that, we have businessmen. The same as the regional chairman for the NDC is a businessman and an NDC member. The same way the owner of the station is a businessman. So you cannot just sit and say that, because someone opened a station, you think he is not doing your will, you attack the station, including everyone in it.
Thank you.
Sammy,
so, Lizzie, we are following up the situation to the Central Police Station to know what is happening over there.
So, Sammy, before I let you go, is the station back on air or still closed down?
For now, it is off air as we speak.
Okay. All right. So we'll come to you for an update, and let's still stay on the line and speak to the spokesperson for the MCE for Utusenya East Municipality. That's Abdul Rahman. As and when we get him, we'll also speak to him and get a side of the story and find out the reason why they went to the station, assault the presenters and lock down the station. As and when we get him on air, we'll also engage him and get more details on that. Now let's move on to some other stories, because the legal team for the Ashanti Regional MPP Chairman Bernard Entribo-Siako, known as Chairman Wuntumi, has filed an application at the High Court seeking a deferment of judgment that was scheduled to be heard on July 3, 2026. The lead counsel, Samuel Atachia, stated in the filed application that the defense requires adequate time to thoroughly study the case record and prepare comprehensive written submission before the matter proceed to judgment. According to the application, the new legal representation, which was only recently engaged and needs sufficient time to familiarize itself with the proceedings and issues before the court. The High Court in Accra is expected to rule on whether to grant the application or proceed with the judgment on July 3. We will have to engage our court reporter Nana Abba. As and when we also get him, we'll move to that story and get further details on that. Veronica, come in with the other stories.
Okay. So the Ghana Union of Traders Association, GUTA, and the Food and Beverages Association of Ghana, FABAG, have jointly rejected the latest electricity and water tariff increases approved by the Public Utilities Regulatory Commission, PURC, calling for an immediate suspension of the new rate. Electricity tariffs are set to rise by 3.49%, while water tariffs will increase by 0.85% from July 1 under PURC's latest tariff review. But the two business groups say the adjustments are not justified by current economic conditions. In a statement, GUTA argued that the factors cited by PURC, including exchange rate movement, inflation trends, fuel prices, and the energy mix, have been repeatedly used over the years and do not provide sufficient basis for the new hikes. The association pointed out that the cedi's depreciation of 4.18% between April and May is minimal, while inflation only moved to slightly from 3.4% to 3.7% during the review period. The group insists that there are no significant operational challenges in the power sector, maintaining that existing generation infrastructure is functioning efficiently. GUTA is therefore urging PURC to reconsider and suspend the tariff adjustment before they take effect on July 1. Meanwhile, FABAG says the increases will worsen the cost of doing business and serve as a disincentive to both traders and consumers.
But if you look at the tendencies that we see today, the cedi has depreciated by only 0.2%, yes, at the time of doing those consultation and considering the price tag. Two, if you look at the cost of crude oil in the international market today, we are less than $70, and it's going to come down to about $52 by the time we reach July 1st. So if you look at the prices that are coming down, there's no need for them to go up, because when it got to over $90, the price was still stable. So we don't see why they have to come and tell us that we need to increase because of these two things that I've mentioned, the inflation and then the depreciation and then the inflation. Inflation are below 5%. So what is their basis? So it's like anytime the slight changes, they need to go up and then make the money that they want. But they are not asking those questions, whether the ECG is providing an efficient service.
You heard the Executive Secretary of Food and Beverages of Ghana Association, Samuel Agri. Let's go on the phone line and speak with, so we are hoping to speak with the Director of Communications of GUTA, Jeff Kwame Jesse. As of when we get him, we'll engage him. Let's do some other stories, Elizabeth.
The Ghana Road Transport Union and the Commercial Transport Operators of Ghana have threatened to increase transport fares by 20% on the Kaswa-Winneba route from Monday, June 29, if government failed to begin repairs on the deteriorating road. The warning comes amid growing frustration from drivers and commuters who say the road has become increasingly difficult to use, with potholes and rough patches slowing traffic and making journey more expensive. In a joint statement, the Transport Union says the poor condition of the road continues to damage vehicles, increase fuel consumption, and cause long delays for drivers and passengers. They noted that during a demonstration on June 12, they gave government a 2-week ultimatum to fix the road, but say no meaningful work has been carried out since then. The operators say the proposed fare adjustment is intended to offset the rising fuel and maintain costs, as well as the additional expense of using alternative routes. We also be engaging the Deputy Director of Communications for the GPRTU, Samuel Amwa. As and when we get him, would also go back to that story.
Moving up to the Narcotics Control Commission, they've expressed concern over the increasing infiltration of drug networks within tertiary and second cycle institutions, warning that substance abuse is becoming a growing threat on university campuses across the country. According to the Commission, recent intelligence and enforcement operations indicates that drug-related activities are no longer confined to street-level distribution, but are increasingly being recorded within educational institutions. This development has heightened fears about the exposure of young people to narcotics at an early stage of their academic lives. NACOC noted that the problem extends beyond universities, with students in senior high schools also being affected. The Commission cited several instances in which disciplinary actions were taken against students involved in drug-related offenses. Let's go on the phone line.
Live around the world on 91.3 FM and classfmonline.com. This is 12 Live. Live around the world on 91.3 FM and classfmonline.com. This is 12 Live.
Let's do some other stories, because caterers serving substandard meals under the Ghana School Feeding Program risk having their contract terminated as the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection intensify monitoring efforts. Addressing Parliament, the Minister, Agnes Namumulati, said inspections have uncovered cases where more caterers failed to meet required quality and nutritional standards. She added that sanctions, including warning, suspension and contract termination, have been imposed on offenders to ensure pupils receive quality meals. The minister also disclosed that there is currently no financial clearance to expand the program, stressing that government must secure adequate funding to sustain existing beneficiary schools before considering additional enrollments.
On several occasions, we've come across below standard or expected meals prepared for the students. On some of these occasions, we've had to send the caterer away with a meal for the appropriate meal to be prepared. And upon 1-2 cautions, we also have them to revoke their contract if they are not able to operate within the policy framework and then the standard operating procedures. How many of such, I will have to come back with the collated number, but I can cite as a typical example of the one that just occurred in the Eastern region. And so I can say that consistently, if you go around to check, and we've had honorable members of this house, and for the first time, we've been sending members of the committee to go out there and monitor themselves. And so it is not something that we intend to cover any caterer or any school that will fault. As part of the measures, I'm sure it's in one other question. As part of the measures, what we are doing is to make sure that the meals are prepared right before the teachers. They see the ingredients and make sure that they comply with all the SOPs. And so we are taking steps to get to the desired situation.
That's the Minister for Gender, Children and Social Protection, Agnes Na Momo Latte. Let's go back to court and speak with our court correspondent, Mame Ababru, to give us more details on the legal team for the Ashanti Regional MPP Chairman Wontumi, who has filed an application at the High Court seeking a deferment of judgment that was scheduled to be heard on July 3, 2026. Mame Abba, run us through what happened in court today and the decision by the legal team to take this action.
Okay, Elizabeth. So the NPP's Ashanti Regional Chairman Wontumi, appointed lawyer Atachia as his new lead counsel for the Samraboy illegal mining case after lawyer Andy Apiakubi withdrew from the case. So the new legal representation led by lawyer Atachia have filed an urgent application at the High Court seeking to actually defer the judgment regarding the ongoing illegal mining at Samraboy, which was actually supposed to have been heard on the 3rd of July 2026. And so the application was filed before Justice Aidoo Kokuvite, who has been the sitting judge on the Samraboy case. And this is because, according to the legal representation, which is led by lawyer Atachia, the deferment would actually allow the new appointed counsel adequate time to study the case and further prepare written submission regarding the case. And so lawyer Atachia also stated, according to Article 19 of the 1992 Constitution, that the accused persons, which is A1 and A3, that is Chairman Wontumi and his Akonta Mining Company Limited, are entitled to fair hearing, which also includes effective legal representation at every stage in the criminal proceedings. And so the High Court is expected to rule as to whether to grant the application or proceed with the judgment on the 3rd of July.
Any other issue in court today?
No, not at the moment.
Okay, thank you so much. That's our court correspondent, Mame Ababru, giving us detail on the legal team by Chairman Wontumi, who are filing for a deferment of their case that will be heard on July 3, 2026.
Let's do some other stories in education, because 5 educational institutions in the whole municipality have undertaken a community service project at the whole municipal hospital to improve the healthcare environment while promoting volunteerism among school children. The initiative brought together pupils, teachers and administrators from Pearls of Wisdom International School, Care International School, Royal Praise Academy, Tower of Ivory Academy, and Elated Kids Educational Complex. The group repainted sections of the hospital, installed therapeutic wall images, and donated essential supplies to support healthcare delivery. Speaking during the exercise, Jidudu Dick Mensa, one of the coordinators of the program, explained that the annual initiative is designed not only to give back to society but also to instill a spirit of service in children from an early age. Meanwhile, the medical superintendent of the whole municipal hospital, Dr. Dunyo Yache Agblize, expressed appreciation to the schools, describing the intervention as timely and beneficial to both staff and patients.
Most of the health facilities in Ghana, we need a lot of help. So like when the community comes to help us, we are really grateful, and I think they've done really well for us. They've painted the place and we are very grateful. They've made the place more conducive for the children. So it's always nice when the community you live in also takes an interest in the work you do. and tries to help you in improving the facility. Yeah, the few items are very helpful. I mean, sometimes it saves the facility money, right? So we don't have to go and buy the needed items. So we're always grateful for anything the community does for us.
How will it help in delivery of your services?
I think the conducive environment, the children, when they come and they have a conducive environment, it helps them improve better. At least they are happier, and you realize that whatever treatment you give them, they improve faster.
You heard the medical superintendent of the whole municipal hospital, Dr. Dunyo Agblaze.
Let's go back to Kaswa and speak on the Kaswa-Winneba route that the driver union are threatening to increase transport fares by 20% if government failed to fix their road. We are joined online by a driver who uses the Kaswa-Winneba road to give us the reason for this fare increment. Nanayao joins me on the line. Nanayao, don't you think 20% increase in transport fare is increasingly high?
Madam, please. I think it's enough because some of the drivers are getting worried about that road. Because you will use the road from Kaswa to Winneba, in and out. When you come back, you have to go to the shop. You get a lot of problems on the car. So we the drivers are worried. We the drivers are worried. So please, if the increment is 20% for us, I think it's enough.
So you are giving government up to when, and what happens if government doesn't come to your aid? It doesn't mean that the commuters are going to suffer this 20%. And have you informed the MCE about this current road issues that you are facing?
You see, we the drivers, I don't know what is going on. If something, they didn't call us to, sit down to, discuss. We are worried about the road. We are not getting any profit on the road. As well, look at the fuel increment and look at the road conditions. So, madam, this question is very, very serious to me.
So are you saying that your leaders didn't discuss the 20% increase with you before bringing out the statement?
Sorry, come again?
Are you saying your leadership didn't discuss the 20% increment in transport fares with you before bringing out the official statement?
They discussed with us. They have done a lot with us.
Have you spoken with your member of parliament about the issue?
Sorry?
Have you had engagement with the MP on this issue?
Oh, no, but we have an engagement with the minister. Our leaders told us everything. We, the drivers, when they get to the minister or they go to any meeting, they come back and inform us. So this is going on.
All right, so we'll come to you and also engage the Ministry of Transport to channel your grievances to them to see the way forward. As and when we get more on that, we would also call you and engage you further on this. That's Nana Iya, who is a driver who uses the Kaswa-Winneba road, expressing their displeasure and also saying that they are going to increase transport fares by 20% if governments fail to fix the road.
Elizabeth, let's do some other stories in African because police in Kenya have sealed off key roads leading into central Nairobi ahead of planned nationwide protests marking 2 years since the deadly Gen Z-led anti-government demonstrations. Thousands of Kenyans protested against proposed tax hikes in June 2024, culminating in the storming of parliament and eventual withdrawal of the controversial finance bill. Protesters say they are demanding justice for more than 80 people killed and dozens more injured during the 2024 anti-tax demonstrations and last year anniversary protests. Commuters were left stranded on Thursday morning after security forces blocked access to the city center while many businesses and schools remain closed.
Now, are you ready to review your fortune? Review Scratch for winners here to change your life for good. Just dial star 850 star 5 hash and win up to 1 million Ghana cedis or more in cash prizes instantly. It's easy, it's exciting, and is regulated by the National Lottery Authority. Just dial star 850 star 5 hash to play now on all networks. Select your station to play. Select stake amount from 5 cedis to 2,000 Ghana cedis. Choose your lucky card out of the 5 options. Confirm gameplay and enter your Momo PIN. Receive your game results and winnings instantly. It's easy, fun, and exciting. Get ready to scratch, win, and live your best life with Review Scratch for Win. Up to 1 million Ghana cedis up for grabs. Review Scratch for Win. Scratch keke. Nadisika say bam.
Electroland Ghana Limited at Chedi Ekesia is giving you weekly and monthly big rewards when you buy Samsung, TCL, Media, and Nasco electronics anywhere in Ghana and from any authorized dealer or reseller. Just buy your LED Smart TV, split AC, double door fridges, auto-grill gas cookers, washing machines, sound towers, microwaves, blenders, mobile phones, and more from Samsung, TCL, Media, and Nasco, and dial star 928 star 8888 hash or go to register.electrolandraffles.com to enter our weekly and monthly draws. Electroland Ghana Limited, rewarding your patronage the big way.
That's our wrap up 12 live right here on Class 91.3 FM. For more news and updates, do log on to classfmonline.com. The news team will be back on 5:05 with Kwame Ochi Jr. Do stay and enjoy the rest of our programs. I am Elizabeth Aidoo.
And I am Veronica Amade.
Have a good afternoon.